welcome back to the channel. The love for R&B continues on this channel. Today we're going to be making an R&B West Coast influenced beat. This is something I would send out for artists like Blxst. Hands down, these are some of my favorite beats to make. I'm not gonna lie. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. Hope you guys have been doing well. With that being said, bro, let's go. First thing we gotta do is bring this tempo down. I'm gonna go somewhere in between 90 to 100. We'll probably just go straight at 90 to be honest. And I always like to start these off with like a Rhodes or a real smooth piano. So I got Keyscape loaded up. I got the double felt grand. You guys have been seeing me use this, bro. I'm rinsing this preset and I don't care. With that being said, piano roll, I'm gonna play something on the MIDI and then I'll explain the music theory after. So let's just get to recording something. So we're going to start this off with the E flat, also known as D sharp, minor 7th, or let me see, no, minor 9th. So we'll do something like that and then just get like a little melody on top and then probably just drop down to something like B flat. Always sounds real good. Just these two chords mainly, and then maybe we'll do like a dominant chord. We'll see. I like that. Ooh. Yeah, that's clean. So I'm gonna just adjust these real quick, and then I have the release pedal going in here, so I do have to adjust those just a tiny bit. Let's actually just drag this whole part out here. Bring this timing over there. So just kind of fix it up a little bit. But I want to add like a passing chord between these two here. And what I'm thinking about doing is just dropping a semitone below this. And then we can add in like a quick little passing chord. Maybe we could do like a diminished or like an augmented chord. So this would be like a diminished. So let's build it out. We'll see which one sounds better. So we'll do the diminished. So it's just skipping 2 notes in between each two. Go like that. And you see these, the voice leading right here, right? These notes go right up to here, which sounds nice. So we could try this out, or we could do maybe an augmented. And then we can also just pitch these however we want. That one sounds nice. I like that. Let's try the augmented. So it's 3 instead. Skip another 3, place, another 3, place, another 3, place. You keep going. But again, you see voice leading right here, right here, right here, right? So they both sound nice. I just need to mess with velocity and like strumming. We can go up one more. Or you can get rid of this bottom note, because we already have an A right here. So you could really just mess around with these to get an idea for it. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is layer this with a Rhodes, and then I'm gonna add a lead to it. And a perfect analog lab bank for this is Summer Nights 3 by me and my dog Infinite. I'll have a link to it in the description. This is perfect for West Coast R&B. We kind of fused both of them. So for this style, this is super perfect. We're even going to use a bass from here, one of my favorite basses. But let's just go get an electric piano, probably that hazy one. It was already smooth. This one reminds me of Naruto. Oh yeah, I do remember this one. All right, I'm getting carried away. Let's get back to the beat. I love the music in Naruto. It's just amazing. And then we will do an EQ. All right, let's make this one. Let's actually get rid of that so it could be a little smoother for the Rhodes. And then bring it down with the velocity. All right, next let's duplicate analog labs and we're gonna get a lead. So for the lead, I just kind of want to go at like a classic simple sine and then go at like a real smooth, just blast lead for this right in the beginning. And do this go-to lead right here, the Infinite made. It's just a nice smooth sine. Something like that. Hold on. Think a little faster. Like that. Okay, yeah, that's clean right there. Something simple like that. Next, we're going into Omnisphere 3, and I'm going to get one of my go-to strings that I've been using for the last couple of beats. It's in here. It is, where is it at? Instrument collection, strings, all, and it is this one right here, I think. Let me see. Yeah. I don't know why I just like this string so much. Super nice string. Just want like long notes to kind of hold out because everything else is kind of moving fast. So for these, I want more like sustained notes. Let's just start the C. Like this G sharp. That's clean too. G sharp, F, C sharp, or D sharp. I feel like that's more of like an outro though. Let me turn this string down too. It's really loud. Oh. Oh. Dun, 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 oh, that's clean. That's clean. Let's record that. Where is it at? Okay, cool. Okay, probably not this. I think this needs like a big reverb though, but a reverb with like a bunch of pre-delay on it so that it comes in after. Let's do chorus space like this. Let's also throw some tape saturation. Let's see if it has any on it. It doesn't. So let's go common, tape saturation right here. No wow and flutter. That's clean, bruh. That's kind of clean. Something like that, maybe. Dun, 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 with some reverb and like a delay. Just so it could be like a little accent that you hear, but nothing too crazy. All right, now we got to get the bass. So let's go bass. And we're going to get the Blxst bass, bro. This is one of my favorite basses from Summer Nights. I called it the Blxst bass for a reason. So if we go right here and we go Blxst vibe right here. Listen to this. Like it's a perfect Blxst bass. So let's do a classic Blxst type bass. And all we're going to do for that is go over here. We're going to hit the root. If I could go to the beginning of this. Bro, I wasn't even in the right place. Completely wrong. Let's go cell shift. Okay. So we're going to do root, fifth, and then octave of the root. So we go back to D sharp. And then obviously you got to get the bounce. And then boom. And then we can repeat this for this chord. Dum, dum. So it's just root, fifth, root. Let's go a little bit. Boom. And then we can go down here, same thing, root 5th, root. We could do the same thing here. Or we could switch it up right here. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Ooh. Or without. Ooh. They both sound good. Maybe without. Dang, it's always like little things like this, bro, that you just got to figure out which one you like more. But I think like this, probably like this. It is time for the drums. Let's go. All right, R&B essentials and West Coast love for this. So let's go into R&B essentials and just get like a hi-hat, rim, and a kick. Almost forgot what I was gonna say. Ooh. I like this one in 8. Let's do 8. 8 sounds cool. So I'm gonna get mixed up. I'm going kick 2 for this, one of my favorite kicks. And let's go get a rim. Like a classic like this. Turn this up. Boom. Let's see. Let's go into West Coast love and get some percussion. I'm gonna do what I did in the last video. The doop, doop, doop. It always sounds clean. You know, we need a DJ scratch towards the end. I don't know, I kind of like 4. I might end up thinking it's too much, but do the reverse triangle at the end. Something smooth. Something like that. Just give it more of a real feel. And then switch these ones up a little bit as well. Just a tiny bit, again, just to give it a different feeling. So it doesn't sound like it's like, you know, like a one-shot ride, even though it is. All right, last thing we need is a triangle. it, honestly. That sounds crazy. Honestly, that's everything this needs. All right, so let's explain the theory behind this real quick. We are in A sharp minor for this. The first chord that I'm playing right here is a D sharp minor ninth chord. So as you can see, the triad right here to the seventh to the ninth. So D sharp or E flat minor ninth. Then we go over to an A sharp or a B flat minor ninth chord. So both of these are minor ninth chords. Then we get to these passing chords right here. So this first passing chord right here is actually a dominant seventh chord, but you'll see some of the notes aren't inside of the scale. That's on purpose. That gives us like that soulful, jazzy type of feel. But let's break this down a little bit. So if I were to bring this over here and I build out the scale real quick, we have the scale right here. We have a whole bunch of different options that we can use for this dominant passing chord. For example, if we look at the scale over here and we focus on the fifth of the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here being F. So on the fifth of the scale, let's build out a dominant seventh chord. So F, skip 3 right here, place, skip 2, place, skip 2 more and place. You'll see that we get this note that's outside of the scale. What we're doing here is utilizing the minor melodic. So if I switch over here, you'll see that that A falls in. So that's what we're doing. We're just borrowing it from there. But what's really cool about this is it's the same exact thing over here, but on C. So we can use that as a dominant passing chord. So all I have to do, because it's the same build out, we have note, skip 3, skip 2, skip 2, right? So if I bring this over here, you'll see it's the same thing. It's just a structure. So we have it on F right here, which is still a nice passing chord. Right, but what I did was actually go up a perfect fifth. What all that means is I go up 7 semitones. So F up 7 semitones is C. So if we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we get to C, which is a perfect fifth, and then I drop it an octave. And I just liked how that one sounded better, but the F sounds good too. I think this one's just a little less predictable. You can also build out on the fifth of the note that you're going to. You look at the fifth of where you're going, root, third, fifth, and you build out a dominant chord on that. So you'd actually take this dominant chord and just go up to A sharp, but we'll actually drop it down 1 octave here. Let's listen to this passing chord. So you have a whole bunch of different options. I just liked how it sounded at C. Then let's go over here and look at this passing chord, which I talked about earlier in the video. This one again utilizes that A. So if we switch back to the minor melodic scale, you'll see these all fit in. This is just an augmented chord, meaning we skip 3 notes. So this is our augmented chord right here, and I just stacked A and C sharp, again, skipping 3 here, and this gives us another nice passing chord. So just real jazzy. And then all these top notes are just like the melody just replaying, and all I'm doing is just jumping between the 2 notes at a time to give us like this moving melody. But that's the main part of all these chords. All right, so when I finished this video, when I was mixing this beat, I decided to add a saxophone into it. I completely changed the outro, and I didn't have it for the video, so I'm showing you now so you can know to listen to it at the end. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do want more videos of this style of like R&B West Coast beats, let me know in the comment sections down below. If you're interested in the Summer Nights Analog Lab Bank, Summer Nights 3 Analog Lab Bank, link to that in the description. Link to both kits that I used in this video that are perfect for these types of beats in the description as well. This full beat will be uploaded on my Spotify, so link to that in the description, bro. You can stream it on all platforms. Dang, that was a lot. But that's all I got for today, man. As always, appreciate you guys watching. Till the next video, peace. Let's go.